HSF friends, I hope you're all keeping well. My name is Yasmine Naghdi and I'm a principal ballerina with the Royal Ballet in London. I'm going to be giving you 2 top tips today, and the first one will be balance. I love balancing on stage in any kind of position, and the feeling of just hitting that position and remaining there feels absolutely incredible. So the first example I'm going to give you is in an arabesque position, and the feeling I want you to think about is having energy going down through the supporting leg and then coming out of the head. At the same time, you need to keep the ribs in, abdominals engaged, and the back muscles working as well. And this will ensure that your whole core is engaged, and this is your savior. This is everything that's going to get all the energy together to consolidate the strength that you need for your balance. So I have sway back legs, and I find that if I think of stretching my legs to their maximum, this also helps this arabesque balance position. My back is engaged, my knee is stretched. I'm thinking of a connection between the shoulders and the knee as I'm balancing, working against each other. As I lift my hand, there's almost like an electric connection between the fingers, and I'm also thinking of my middle finger and thumbs having that electric connection as well. So as you can see, everything I've just told you about ribs, abdominals, back, knee stretched, attachment, the thought of the foot drawing towards the shoulder, that energy down through the supporting leg, and that just gives you that solid balance. And that can be in any position, even in a retiré position. As a preparation for pirouettes, you need to think of this supporting thigh keeping lifted, not resting the foot against the knee, but keeping engaged. Again, energy down through the bottom of the foot, up through the top of the head. Ribs in, back muscles down and engaged, abdominals in. You also want to think of having 2 lights on your hips and 2 lights on your shoulders. These should be one stacked on top of each other and pointing absolutely forward. Not on a diagonal, absolutely parallel to the floor. So as you keep lifting up, the energy is going down. You're squeezing your glutes together. And again, there's that electric connection between the middle finger, the thumb, and that feeling of your belly button drawing in. And you want to think of having a little bit of weight on the underneath part of the arm as you're balancing, and then just stay and hold. There should be only micro movements in the lower leg, just adjusting your balance a little bit. You don't want to get the whole body involved. So try and train yourself not to have those micro movements, but to be absolutely solid, pushing down, legs supporting up, heel wrapping forwards like you have a smiley face on this part of your heel, electricity towards the navel, energy, pressure down through the bottom of the arms, pressing down, energy up through the head, knee stretched, and keep breathing at the same time. And training yourself to balance like this will really help you for pirouettes in the center. The second tip I wish to give you today is for extension, and I love doing this every day before company class starts. I hook this leg over the arm, the forearm, and think of drawing this close in towards your body, and the knee drawing towards the shoulder. Then as you stand, pressure down through the supporting leg, and then gently extend the leg up and back down. And I would repeat this about 10 times on each leg, very slowly, training the leg to go higher, just that little bit higher every single time. Pulling it in. Think of the abdominals drawing down as you're doing this. Try not to let the popo stick out whilst you do this. The glutes are engaged and pressing down as well. And sometimes flexing the foot as well to give a different sensation. And then gently releasing the arm, bringing it back in, pulling the leg a little closer, letting go of the arm, again pulling it in. Then you can do a little shouldering of the leg, forward and side, again pulling it in, and then more and more this hip flexor will start to release down, and the extension starts training to lift and work closer to the body. You always want to make sure that you then stretch the hip flexors out after doing this exercise, because it will work in overdrive. So then I like to think of starting in a kneeling position. Think of tucking under and then stretching forwards, keeping the hips facing forwards, not twisting too much. And then just slowly breathe and hold this for about a minute or so to stretch out the hip flexor. Making sure you're breathing to ease into the stretch. I often find when you're trying to push extensions, it's quite a tiring exercise to do. So stretching afterwards is really, really important. And also having a basic warmth before you start these exercises is also a good idea. Because stretching cold is never a good idea. You actually shorten the muscles instead of working them, strengthening them and lengthening them. So I hope you enjoy this second top tip today.